Hello everybody, I'm Ernest. So today I was mountain biking. That's something that y'all might not know that I enjoy doing. And I recently picked it back up. It's actually been a few years since I rode. Uh, Back in the 90s, I used to mountain bike quite a bit. As a matter of fact, I still have a Trek from 1994, if you believe it. Back in that day, I paid like $500 for it. That was a lot of bike back then. It was a nice bike. So this is my current bike right now. This is a Giant. I don't even know the model number. I thought it was underneath here. I want to say it's a Falcon, but I'm not really sure. Don't go by that. Anyway, I've had this bike about 4 years, believe it or not, and it probably still looks brand new. That's how little riding I've done. And I started doing more of it because I'm getting older. I'm getting sometimes bored with working out at a gym. I need something that's gentle on the knees and gentler on the knees. I used to like to run. I'd run for many years, like 20 years or more than 20 years. I actually ran cross country back in high school, and I went to state. I wasn't one of the best ones, but I was decent. I went with the team. I wasn't like the leading guy. I probably was the slowest guy actually, but time I was 165 pounds and I was running cross country, and which was it's pretty heavy, and I'm only 5'6", so I'm not very tall. But riding mountain bikes is a great cardio workout. Works out your legs, works out your grip, your forearms, your shoulders, because you're supporting your weight on the handlebars. And believe me, you'll get tired and you'll get fatigued after about an hour or so of riding. Maybe not even an hour, depending on your conditioning. And those seats are torture devices. These seats here, I probably should upgrade it, but I haven't been riding it enough to really justify this. Now, you can get into sport relatively easy. Wear your helmet, wear your gloves. Like these are my motorcycle gloves. These are cross country, motocross gloves that I'm using. But I can use them to work the phone. It's touchscreen sensitive and all that. I'm here at a local park. It's Opie Snables. It's here in San Antonio, Texas. It's a green belt here, and there's just miles and miles of these trails and technical stuff. But this particular bike wasn't one of the cheap ones that you can buy at Walmart and other stores, but this cost me like $1,200 about, I want to say it was 4 years ago. Might have even been longer, I don't know. But you don't have to spend that much if you don't want to. I would warn against going to Walmart or Academy and buying a bicycle there and trying to do it, riding it off-road like this, because I did that once. It lasted about 2 weeks and the bike just fell apart. I was always tightening, breaking stuff on it. It's just not built with the components. So what you're paying for on these bikes is the components. Back in the day, we used to have the brakes that would squeeze the rim. Well, now we got the disc brakes just like a car, front and back, and you have, the front suspension. This is what you call a hardtail. Now, you don't have to get a hardtail. You can get a full suspension bike, which will have shocks in the front and back, which has some advantages as far as comfort, but you lose some of the control with the full suspension. This one has a shock in the post here, so when my weight pushes down on that, it takes some of the shock. It's sort of a shock absorber. So yeah, I think this is a good sport. Watch your abilities, because you can get hurt doing this particular sport, and you don't want to get hurt. It's easy to get hurt on mountain biking. I've gotten hurt before just trying all kinds of grades and rocks and stuff. I wish I had a way to mount my camera on me so I could film some of my riding. Maybe I'll try to do a one-handed thing. But that is a suggestion for your health. Something different. Like I said, you don't have to go expensive. Mine, I would spend at least $500-600 on a bike so that it'll last you. Okay, so I'm one-handing this, so I hope I don't fall off the bike. And this is the easier part of the terrain. That's why I'm able to one handle ride this bike. But if I was back there in the technical stuff, I would be screwed. Like I'm fixing to be screwed right now. This tree has fallen over the trail. Let me see if I can limbo this thing. Okay, now most of us in my age group, we all grew up riding bicycles. That was one of the pastimes, and I did hours and miles on bikes that didn't have suspension and bikes that didn't have gears, which makes it a lot easier. Okay, so this one-handed riding is pretty useless. I won't be able to do much, but that's my thoughts on mountain biking. I really enjoy it because it gets me out here in the woods. It gets me in nature, gives you something to do. It's healthy as long as you don't get hurt. And if you're healthy enough and able-bodied enough to do it, it can be really pleasurable at different ages. You know, you don't have to be as old as me. You can be a young guy and you know, enjoy the sport. So anyway, I really can't add any more to it. It's just basically I try to keep healthy, and this is one of the ways I do it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.